What's up YouTube, it's Cycles here, and I have another leak for you on Dragon Ball Super. So the previous leak which I revealed was Super Dragon Ball Heroes God Mission 10, which showed that Goku Black and Zamasu were two separate beings. So whoever subscribed to me got to the news first. Now this one, I'm not sure that anyone has ever reported on it. So remember, you heard it here first, right? So after watching Dragon Ball Super episode 57, there was a TV advertisement that came on after, and that TV advertisement advertised Super Dragon Ball Heroes God Mission 10, but this time it showed a new playable character. And who is that playable character? It is Gowasu. That means that this Gowasu is gonna have a skill set which will be revealed in God Mission 10. So that means that Gowasu will be doing some fighting in the anime, right? Okay, so if you look at this picture closely, right, you can see Gowasu in his battle stance. That means that he is ready to fight and he can fight. And the person he's going to fight against is Zamasu, definitely. So I want you to take a look at his clothing, right? If you look at his clothing and you look at Goku Black's clothing, you can see that they are wearing the same baggy pants, and they are wearing the same boots, right? This is how the Kaioshin dress, right? This is how the Kaioshin or the Kais of Universe 10 dress compared to Universe 7. So obviously it's more indicating that either Goku Black is Gowasu, right? Gowasu revived and given a new body, right? Or it is that Goku Black is a being created by Zamasu, given the clothing of a god, right? A Kai or Kaioshin to represent a god. And that pretty much concludes the review or the leak for Super Dragon Ball Heroes God Mission 10. I mean, the previous one, people said it was not legit because it was just Zamasu and Goku Black, right? It was not legit, but there was truth within the trailer, and that was that Goku Black and Zamasu were two separate beings, and you would have known that if you are a subscriber on my channel. But I found this news and I reported it, so you heard it here first, because I know that there's no YouTuber on YouTube that knows about this information or has reported on this information. And that proves, right, that Zamasu is going to fight Gowasu after he wishes for immortality, and that is how we will find out about Gowasu's skill set. So after getting his wish, Zamasu will go back to the core planet of Universe 10 to find Gowasu, because his next plan is to get the time rings and to get the earrings, because both will not work without each other and both are guarded by Gowasu. So Zamasu is going to have to go through Gowasu. That is when they start fighting, and then Zamasu will finally reveal that he is a god which cannot die, and that is when he kills Gowasu. After killing Gowasu, here comes my second theory. My second theory is that he will either create Goku Black using Gowasu's body, because Zamasu hates mortals. So if he hates mortals, why would he create a subordinate out of a mortal's body? So basically he's not going to go through time to get future Goku's body. He's going to use Gowasu's body, which is a god's body, right? And since Goku Black always claims that he is from high above, that means that he comes from a god, and that could be Gowasu. And if Gowasu is dead, then that means that the god of destruction from Universe 10 is also dead, because Gowasu is the Kaioshin of Universe 10. And if we know something about Kaioshins, is that they cannot exist without the god of destruction, and it doesn't work the other way around either. So that means that Zamasu is free to do whatever he wants in Universe 10, and there will be no god of destruction to stop him. So he could corrupt the balance like he is doing in the future timeline. Now I believe that future Zamasu and present Zamasu are two separate Zamasus, because future Zamasu destroyed future Turn's timeline, right? He destroyed the earth on that timeline. And the only way I think he knows Goku is word of mouth, because remember, Goku Black traveled into the past to fight Goku, and once he came back, he communicated with Zamasu and told them about Goku. So that is how I explain the grudge of Zamasu with Goku. Now with the present Zamasu, what's going to happen is they're going to use the present Zamasu to explain how future Zamasu got where he is, right? And then the present Zamasu is going to get stopped, but that is only for plot purposes. They're going to use him just to expose what future Zamasu did to get where he is and how he created Goku Black, right? That is what I think is going to happen. Now let's talk about present Zamasu. So present Zamasu has killed Gowasu, and now he has his grudge, right? He has Goku to kill because he has a grudge on Goku. So Goku is in universe 7 and he's gonna go to universe 7. However, there is someone that can stop him, and that is Beerus, because Beerus knows what Zamasu can do and what Zamasu will do, since Goku and Trunks and Vegeta have come back from the future timeline to warn Beerus and Whis about what Zamasu is gonna do. In that case, Zamasu's best tactic is to take out the God of Destruction. And how does he do that? He will go to Supreme Kai's planet and he will kill Supreme Kai along with Kabito and everyone on that planet. And since they die, that means Beerus dies. That means Beerus is out of the way. That means that he can do whatever he wants now in Universe 7, right? And if he goes straight in, obviously everyone will notice that he is the one that done it, right? So maybe he can send Goku Black to Supreme Kai's planet, and then Goku Black will start getting stronger, starting with Supreme Kai. He will kill Supreme Kai and he'll kill everyone on the planet, and then the God of Destruction will disappear. And once that happens, that means that no one can stop him, right? And no one can stop Goku Black, and that is where Goku Black starts becoming stronger. And once he kills Beerus, that means that he's on his streak, and that is how he ends up as future Zamasu. That is pretty much a gist of what happens. And future Zamasu had a head start because he did not have to deal with the God of Destruction, since Supreme Kai Shin died fighting Dabura and Babidi. So now I will spend the rest of the video to analyze the episode preview, and I will go into depth to make sure you understand what is going on, and I will also speculate on what is going on and what is going to happen. As you already know, Gowasu is probably gonna die, or Zamasu will just confiscate all the items and just go and probably use the Super Dragon Balls to change Gowasu into an evil person. And then Gowasu, obviously since he's a Kaioshin, he will create probably a new body which will be Goku's body, and then he will enter that body, and then that's how we get a reference from Goku Black talking about, I have this body and I'm getting used to this body and I want to know more about Son Goku. Okay, so straight off the bat, you see Zamasu slicing Zuno's throat. And I know this is just a tease, right? He did not really slice Zuno's throat. Why? How do I know that? Because it's a trailer, and trailers are meant to hype things up, not reveal what they are hyping up. So Zamasu uses the Dragon Balls, and everyone is guessing that he is wishing for immortality. I mean, how else does he get immortality except from using the Dragon Balls to grant his wish? Okay, so this part is supported right here. So Supreme Kai is there. Now it could foreshadow either that he is getting involved and Zamasu might probably kill him, or it might be that he might come there and say, well, since you got defeated, I had something for you, and that is the Potara earrings, which they will probably take and go back to the future to defeat Goku Black and Zamasu with as a contingency plan in case whatever they come up with to defeat them doesn't work. So that is what I got from this scene. So we can see here that Zamasu has teleported back to the planet which he left, the core planet, and as you can see there is petals, there's red petals, right? And the color red symbolizes blood sometimes, right? And before it was green until Zamasu turned bad and then it turned red, so it symbolizes blood. And if you look at Zamasu's expression, you can clearly see this guy has no good intent. Plus the red petals which symbolizes blood, you can see what is his intent, what is going through his mind. So keep that in your mind. Okay, so in this shot you can see the doors opening and behind it is Zamasu, right? It can mean two things. It's either Zamasu has done killing Gowasu and is coming out, or he's opening the door to go inside and listen to whatever Gowasu is going to say. And after that you can see he's smiling, right? And that shot shows that obviously he's thinking of something horrible in his mind, so you know that he's about to kill Gowasu, or at least do something to Gowasu. Maybe Goku, Whis, and Beerus will travel back to the core planet in Universe 10 only to find out that they are too late and Zamasu has already acquired the time rings and the earrings, right? And he will quickly use that to travel into the timelines, right? And mess it up. Or maybe he might become the Zamasu of the future timeline that we know. Who knows, maybe they turn out to be the same Zamasu, right? And what I want you to think about, right, is I don't think it's possible for Zamasu to travel into the future timeline. I mean, the time ring lets you travel 1,000 years forward, right, into the same timeline that you're in, but it does also allow you to travel to another timeline, but it creates a time rift, right? It creates a rip in time, a distortion in which you go into, and then it pulls you back, right? And that is why Goku Black and Zamasu did not use that method again to travel and follow Goku, Vegeta, and future Trunks into the past, pretty much. So, you know, I don't know whether the time ring allows you to travel to another timeline and then just stay there permanently, because Goku Black tried it once and then he failed. So, you know, these have been my overall thoughts about episode 57, and this is my theory on Gowasu's death and how Zamasu achieves his plan and his dreams, right? So, you know, if you like my theory, like in the comment section down below to help my channel grow. You can subscribe to help my channel grow, and you can watch some of my previous videos if you have time or if you are interested in my videos. So, you know, it's all optional. Except from that, I have nothing more to say. Bye.